And welcome everybody back to the Common Sense Show. If you are new to the show, welcome, and I hope that you enjoy today's episode. If you haven't yet hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you do that now so that you'll be updated every time I post a new video. Today's episode is going to be a more special video about the whole Epstein situation, as we now have some new information that I'd love to share with y'all. Now, if you have been kind of taking a break from politics, I honestly don't blame you, as it's always good to take a break from politics and everything crazy happening in our world. But if you haven't been keeping up with politics, I will recap on the beginning of the Epstein situation, and then I'll get to the newer information that we now have. So just to kind of recap you on everything that's happened so far, basically Attorney General Pam Bondi, when asked about having any files, she replied with the answer, "Yes, I have the files right in front of me on my desk."
Sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President.
Now, when later the same question was repeated by more reporters, they then got a different answer that was not the same answer that Pam Bondi gave earlier that day. And then she then responded with the answer, "No, we do not have any files." So right off the bat, that whole kind of situation where she said that she had them right in front of her desk and then denying later on not having any files is a bit sketchy and is kind of fishy, which is kind of where all the conflict kind of started. Now, if you think that this situation couldn't get any worse, unfortunately, you would be wrong, as when Trump was later asked if he was on the Epstein list and if there was any available information about him being on the Epstein list, he got all defensive and didn't even get around to answering the question, and all he got out was, "Oh, are y'all still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?"
You still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years.
Y'all, if Trump really wasn't on the Epstein list, then why would he get all defensive about it? If he really wasn't on the Epstein list and he knew that, then he would have just been honest about it and said, "I'm not on the Epstein list." But the fact that he got all defensive and didn't even answer the reporter's question kind of says a lot. But now that we got the recap done, let's move to the new information that I can share with you now. So President Trump gave Attorney General Pam Bondi the green light to go ahead and release any credible files. Now, I'm not entirely sure what Trump means by credible files, but I think that it's good to know that he at least gave her the green light to release some files. So when President Trump was asked by a press member, he said that there had been a small list of people who were related to the Epstein situation that has been released. I'm not sure where to find that list or if it's even publicly available at this point or if it even will be, but I do think that it's a good sign that they released that list. And he also mentioned that we should be turning our focus away from him into other presidents like Bill Clinton.
Or they should focus on the fact that Larry Summers from Harvard, that Bill Clinton, who you know very well, and lots of other friends, really close friends of Jeffrey Summers, should be spoken about.
Now, I have no doubt in my mind that Bill Clinton has visited Epstein Island, but I also have no doubt in my mind that President Trump has visited Epstein Island. But keep in mind, just because somebody visited Epstein Island does not mean that they were involved in what Epstein did. Now, the Trump administration has gotten so much backlash from this whole situation, and Pam Bondi lying about having files in front of her is where it all started. And then Trump dodging the question kind of just made it worse. So I think that this all might be coming to an end, but I'm not completely sure. I just think that the Trump administration needs to tell the truth, whether or not he be on the list or not. They just need to tell the media that, just so that they can get the hate done now versus later on, because this is his last term, and so it won't really affect him, but it could easily affect the Republican Party. If y'all have any questions that you're wanting answers to, feel free to write them down in the comment section below, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Thank y'all for tuning in to today's video. This is World News Done Right.